You retrieve the Cruxite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do some more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. You clamp the Cruxite in the lathe. The lathe carves one totem. You take the totem.
Alright, I used the lathe to make this blue shapy thing. Now I guess I take it back to the alchemixer again? Hello?
Tentacle therapist is no longer connected. You are trapped in your room. A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to re-establish a connection somehow. This young lady named... It's on the tip of my tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? Flighty Broad. No, that wasn't it. Rose Lalonde. Your name is Rose. As was previously mentioned, you are without electricity, although your laptop computer still functions on battery power. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writing and are somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for the bestially strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. You also like to knit, and your room is a bit of a mess. And on occasion, if just the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. Maybe you should retrieve your arms from the purple box. The purple package's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. Write like a flagellum and puke on your bed. Ugh, what a terrible idea. The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach. Stroke your writing journal and mutter, "My precious." You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity while no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only. You captchalogue the violin, storing it in the root card of your Celodex. You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart. Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness to dear sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue-collar, salt-of-the-earth father. Then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud. You get the knitting bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin, per the tree modus's alphabetical sorting method. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below, and the mausoleum housing your dead cat, Jaspers, who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erected with a spirit of scornful irony in response to your youthfully innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least, that is how you have come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make out a silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house, perhaps if you seek higher ground. You take your laptop and prepare to make the journey through the house. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Silodex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two items comprise the leaves. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few. You take the grimoire. You leave your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things, ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there is no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the way to the observatory. Perhaps you will be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room is also in that direction. You will have to watch your step. You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory. This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. The door opens to an exterior walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you'll do to help out a friend. You hurry up to the observatory. You first put your laptop down on the floor to get it situated. But removing it from the root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor. You're in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is streaking steadily overhead. You're not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disconcerting. You stack the laptop on the grimoire to maximize elevation. You'll need every advantage you can get. There are several signals being broadcasted from the laboratory, each of relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John. I'm back.
Hurry up and open my door. Not that it even matters. I think I'm probably dead no matter what.
Patience. You still haven't used the new totem. I believe it will create the item on the punch card.
So what is it, like an apple or something? What good will that even do?
We'll see. I've found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item, and the content of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance, it was described as an eggy-looking thing.
Do we have enough of those building jewels to make it?
According to the Athenium, it is a free item. This speaks to its importance in my view. Now off you go. There goes the rest of your build grist. You probably should have just done this in the first place. Got to get those stupid blocks out of the way first. The kernel sprite is getting awfully worked up about all this. You store the perfectly generic objects in your Finalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time.